Get into the segment I love to call the segment of truth and justice. All right. So, Mark, the segment of truth and justice is brought to us by Poddex, where I have the app here on my phone. And Poddex is basically cards. I have, one second. I have all these decks of cards from Poddex that they released, which is available at poddex.com, and you can own them and use Basement 10 for 10% off your purchase. But they have interview questions on the cards. That's all they are, is interview questions. And they have what's called a what the heck deck, where this question is, if you could marry a fictional character, who would it be? You know, and so it's Psylocke,
by the way.
Well, that's good to know. And I don't blame you. But so they got the what the heck deck, the would you rather deck. They have a regular interview deck, which is basically just interview questions, nothing in specific. Another interview deck, and an episode idea deck. So if you are a podcaster like I am, this has come in handy for me. They just released the second edition episode ideas for podcasters, which is amazing because there are times that I get stuck and I can't think of ideas on what to do an episode about. So let's get into it. I'm going to pick a question at random here from the app. Let's see. Okay. This is perfect. We spoke about this earlier. Do you prefer plots from comic books or superhero movies? Which storylines do you like better?
Man, that's a good question. I do. I have been really happy with some of the Marvel adaptations. Mm-hmm. I thought the Spider-Man Homecoming was some amazing writing. It's probably my favorite scene of all. Like, and it may just have to do with Michael Keaton being, the amazing human he is. But when he's in the car and he's talking to Peter, he holds the gun to him and he says, "See, I just saved your life. I can say thank you." But yeah, so I don't mind I don't mind the cinema adaptation. It doesn't necessarily have to come out of the comic books. I just thought that was,
For me, I think I'm obviously a DC guy. I've made that very clear. And like the movies that they had come out with Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Wonder Woman, Justice League, it's kind of, I don't know. It's like when I heard the movies were coming out, I thought that they would do one thing and they didn't, and then like when I first heard Batman v Superman, I thought, all right, we're going to get like a world's finest movie, mm-hmm. and we didn't. So as far as DC goes, I like the comic plots better than I do the movies. Now with Marvel, I think so much as like I really enjoyed the Avengers movies. But the one thing I do have to say that I kind of don't like about Marvel is that they're kind of like the wit, the sarcasm, the jokes and like in bad places kind of thing, like I think it's too much. Like I like DC movies because they're more kind of serious and darker, but Marvel movies, I like them. They're really cool to watch, but I'm not a fan of the writing so much.
Yeah, and I think DC would probably be better served on a platform like HBO. Right. And Watchmen could have been 2 movies. Such a missed opportunity. I rant on this. You're stuck. You're gonna listen to my rant. And so they should have ended Watchmen 1 with Rorschach getting arrested.
Right. Okay.
The opening scene of Watchmen 2 should have been the hot oil in the dining line, like that would have been amazing. Because it's like, he's, but yeah, I think they try. 3 hours is too long for a movie. It's.
Did you watch Zack Snyder's Justice League?
No, because
oh my god.
Hear me out. When I started watching it, I was like, ugh, I gotta rewatch the extended version of Batman v Superman, and that turned into like a 4-hour event, and then it just made me want to watch Man of Steel again, and I was just like, these movies are too long. But if it was a show that was on HBO or Netflix, I could and it's a barrier to entry for me because as having a toddler, when am I going to find 4 hours? When am I going to find 4 hours in my life? And I know I got to watch it, but
well, one thing DC is killing it at is the animated movies. Like the animations are awesome. The movies that they do, I think somehow they're better than the actual movies. But so maybe put that on for your toddler. Put on like New Frontier.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited. She's about at the age we can watch the. She's got the attention span for the 1967 Spider-Man, but she can't do the the 90s animated. So we'll see. Yeah. When she gets a little bit older, it'll hold her.
Are you kidding, man? It's like my daughter's gonna be 3 in October, and we have the action figures of Batman and Superman. They're big. They're like 12-inch action figures. They're the big ones. And like I'm always trying to put Superman in her hand, trying to like make Superman like her favorite. She's always picking up the Batman, and I'm like, what the hell? And today my wife was watching the episode I dropped on Monday, and she's seen Superman on TV, and then Batman in the intro for the show, and she got all excited. She's like, "Mommy, look, Superman!" And then I came on TV, and then she's like, "Oh, it's just Daddy." I'm trying to put
of children.
Yeah. I'm trying to put Superman in her life, and she just keeps picking up Batman, and I just no.
Yeah. All right. I understood Dr. Manhattan more than I understood Superman.
Right.
And I quote Dr. Manhattan. I can't remember the exact line, but I tire of these, people and their whatever, I gotta remember that line. So I'm an omnipotent being, or it'd be hard not to just try and destroy everybody.
So you'd be the villain.
Absolutely. I totally understood Omni-Man. I was like, I hear you, man.
Yeah.
This must be like being in an ant farm for you.
Right. Oh, man. All right, let's do another question. Let's see. Which superhero teams would you like to face off? See, now this question's kind of loaded because unless you can think of some offshoot superhero team, it's going to be the Justice League versus Avengers, right?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think you could have a lot of fun though with some of the B teams or something like that, because I think
like Titans,
like seeing like X-Force versus Suicide Squad or something like that could be not B teams, because those are both very whatever,
right.
But I
love X-Force.
Yeah, lots of pouches with those guys. Yeah, there's no X-Force movie.
That would be awesome.
Teased a little in
they
Deadpool.
Had Cable, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of that adaptation of Cable, but that's But I'm I got biased by the both the comics and the animated series.
Right. Yeah. I mean, from like my favorite character from the animated series was Colossus. Yeah. I loved how he always used to go around like yelling, Liliana.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that Gambit movie has never taken hold yet.
I know.
Gambit's a great character.
I think
it's a lot of stuff.
Channing Tatum was, I think, attached to that, wasn't he? at
He
some
was.
point?
He's from Louisiana, which I didn't know.
Yeah, me
You
neither.
know, but we'll see.
All right, last question is, what is the worst superhero logo? The Blue Beetle. I'm going to say the Blue Beetle.
The Blue Beetle. I'm trying to think of the one that I, because I'm reading a lot of the old stuff. So that's a hard one. I know there's certainly costumes that I didn't necessarily care for.
I like Hawkeye.
Yeah, that's tough.
The purple and blue.
Yeah. But Marvel doesn't have, I read a lot more, I've never been a big fan of the Green Lantern logo. Green was not a very tough color,
Right.
And the old Aquaman suit, come on, it's a little.
Yeah.
But yeah, Marvel didn't really have emblems on a lot of what they wore.
True.
I can't think of a superhero that really has an emblem. Quicksilver's got that badass lightning bolt, but
well, Captain America has a star. Iron Man's got the reactor.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Those are function. Yeah. I like those ones though. Venom's the best one, that spider is intimidating.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know?